BF5 has just released, and with it comes a whole host of new gameplay features, mechanics and ways that you can use them to your advantage. There's a ton of new stuff in the game that you might be unfamiliar with, so in this video I'm going to serve up some top tips and strategies that you can use to become a better player. So let's get stuck in. In BF5 you can throw frag grenades back. If you're unfortunate enough to find an enemy frag grenade at your feet, react quickly and press the interact key to throw it back. You can aim the direction of it too, so return it to the sender and you can give them a nasty surprise. If you throw a grenade back, it will belong to you, so any damage or kills that it causes will be credited to your scoreboard. Grenades can also be shot and exploded prematurely. Give it a test. Throw a grenade onto the ground, shoot it, and it will explode when the bullet hits. You can use this to your advantage by detonating grenades before the enemy expects them to explode. For example, if there's a guy hiding behind this box here, shoot the grenade before they've got a chance to get away from the usual grenade timer. You can even shoot them in midair too. Check this out. Easy. You can use this tactic against opponents that are behind cover and create yourself a much more powerful impact grenade. Lovely. Did you know that the closer you are to a flag on an objective, the quicker it will capture? Very useful to know if you need to solo cap a point in Conquest as quick as possible before moving on. And let your teammates know about this too. The more people on a capture point, the quicker it will cap, but bring them as close towards the flag as possible and it will cap super fast. If you're using headphones, I'd recommend changing your sound preset to 3D headphones. This can be found in the audio options. It's a new preset that DICE have developed for BF5, and with it turned on, it's way easier to hear enemy footsteps, not only around you but also above and below you. Trust me, it makes a world of difference, and locating enemy positions based on their footsteps more accurate. In BF5, any class can revive a squad mate, so don't forget that. Look for the revive icon and help save your squad mates. It takes longer than a medic revive, but it's possible, so help keep your squad rolling and don't get squad wiped. If you need to back out of a revive and cancel it because someone is shooting at you, you can cancel it by pressing the interact key. This will allow you to stop reviving. It will give you an opportunity to take out the enemy that's shooting you and then try and go for the revive again. I've got a great tip for reviving safely as a medic too. If you take the smoke launcher in the gadget section of the medic class, you can use this as an incredibly effective instant smoke screen to protect you while you revive, and also for you and the guy you just revived to escape. Let's say you see a downed teammate in a hot combat area, bullets are flying by, well, whip out the smoke launcher, fire it on their body and create instant smoke cover. Smoke in BF5 is actually effective because of how thick it is, and also with the removal of 3D spotting, you can't be shot through it as easily. It works great in this game, and this tip will help you revive a lot more people. Now the last revive related tip is an evil one, but it is effective. If you kill an enemy player, throwing fire on their body will make them bleed out much faster and force a respawn, which will cost the other team a ticket. This is most effective against groups of downed enemies and will send them back to the spawn screen quicker without the chance of a revive. BF5 has bullet penetration. Most thin surfaces such as wood can be shot through with larger caliber bullets such as sniper rifles and light machine guns. Some weapons like the MG42 can even shoot through sandbags to devastating effect. So if you know there's an enemy behind a thin piece of cover and you don't have any explosives, then try to guess where they are on the other side and shoot. Your damage will be reduced, but it is possible to kill and harm opponents hiding behind things. It's new to the series and it takes a bit to get used to, but it can lead to some epic skill-based moments. The recon gadget called Spotting Flare is a very effective tool for spotting enemies on the minimap. Fire it up into the air as high as it can go, and on the minimap it will ping anyone within its radius. However, did you know that you can shoot these spotting flares down out of the sky? Well, you can counter these. If you see an enemy spotting flare in the sky, shoot at it to destroy it. Beautiful. Deny the enemy of information. It's easy to do with a sniper rifle, but it can be done with other weapons too. Have you loaded the game up and are wondering where the kill log in the top right hand corner has gone? Well, me too. For some reason, it's turned off by default. If you want to turn the kill log back on, go to the basic gameplay options and change it to show. You can also choose what exactly appears in the kill log too. All, team, squad, self and nearby. I like to go with nearby, so I only see information relevant to my current position. I like to select the icon and name to show too, so I can see exactly what's going on, what weapons people nearby me have, and use that to my advantage. Whilst we're in the menus, let's look at this new option here on PC called Future Frame Rendering. What is it? In layman's terms, on will give you more frame rate and off will give you less input lag on your mouse with less frame rate. Interesting. The way I see it is if you've got a really good CPU and GPU and you already get good frame rates, then turn it off to get a more responsive raw mouse feeling. Leaving it on will give you more performance if you're struggling to get frames. It's worth saying though that some people can perceive input lag more than others and won't notice the difference or would prefer more frame rate. This setting is turned on by default, but you choose. Experiment with it on your PC setup and see what you prefer. In an ideal world, if you were going super try hard, put all your settings on low and set future frame rendering to off. In Battlefield 5 you don't auto regenerate to full health anymore, but you do spawn with one medic bandage no matter what class you are. The game doesn't really tell you this though, so if you get shot and there aren't any medics around, press C on PC or up on the D-pad on console to restore your health. If you want to get more health or medic bags, then you'll need to get them off a medic or from one of these supply stations. Supply stations are everywhere on the map and an easy way to get health and ammo back. However, in the launch build of the game, they're usually only pre-built at the flags closest to your base, the gimme flags. So when you are on a flag that's not the gimme flag, press T on PC or down on the D-pad on console to get your toolbox out and look for the outline of a supply station. You can then build it by holding down the fire button when you're near it. And look at that, you've now got another way to get health and ammo back when you're deep in the field of battle. These can be destroyed too, and also rebuilt again. Keep that in mind if you don't see one around. Another way to get ammo back is by looting dead players. Enemies drop ammo when they die, don't forget that, and it actually gives you quite a bit back too. So look for that symbol and run over it if you need some ammo in a pinch. Now you can also find land vehicle supply stations too, and they look like this. They're much bigger with a red explosive barrel and munitions next to them. Again, these can be destroyed and built. So if you're in a tank and you need some ammo back, find one of these on the map and you can use it to get ammo and vehicle health back. Vehicles don't have infinite ammo anymore, don't forget that. And the same applies to airplanes too. If you find yourself without any bombs while you're in the sky, you'll need to find one of these triple box icons and fly through it. Doing so will give you max ammo back. And while on the subject of bombs, have you noticed that when you've got your bombs selected, you now get a third-person aiming reticule on the ground? This is incredibly useful and it will allow you to accurately drop your payload on ground targets when in third person. There are several new movement options in BF5. You can now dive onto your back or to the left and right using the prone key and a direction. You can then stay on the ground like that, lying on your back, even shooting. And this can be very useful. You can actually make yourself look like a dead body if you're very still and blending in with your environment. You can also slide too. To do that, simply double tap the crouch key while sprinting. It's useful for getting into cover quickly and can be done in any direction. But something that most people don't know about though is that you can crouch sprint. Press or hold the crouch key while sprinting and you'll hunker down for a lower profile but still be quite speedy. This is very useful when you need to move quickly between cover and keep your head down. Trust me, get used to doing this, it works wonders. There are squad reinforcements or squad call-ins in this game. If you're doing well as a squad, reviving each other, dropping ammo, successfully attacking or defending objectives, etc., you'll begin to accrue squad reinforcement points. On PC, hold B to bring up this menu, and on console, press both bumpers at the same time. Now there are several things that you can spend these things on. You can call in a supply drop, for example. This will parachute down from the sky and allow you and your team to grab health and ammo from it. Useful if you find yourself in the middle of nowhere. You can call in special vehicles too, but more importantly, you can also use this menu to call in the devastating V1 rocket if you've got enough points. It currently costs 41,500 though, but it can be used to clear a point of enemies and fortifications completely, so put it in the right spot for maximum pleasure. If you find yourself in a squad where your squad leader isn't giving out orders, then you won't be accruing many squad reinforcement points. So if you want to take control of the squad and do it yourself, you can either leave the squad and create a new one or request an order from your squad leader in the comma rows at the bottom here. If the squad leader doesn't issue an order 60 seconds after your request, you will take control of that squad and be able to issue orders and call in squad reinforcements. You'll get to keep the current points too. But if you don't want to be squad leader anymore, go to the squad menu and promote someone else or a friend. It's good to know. Wrapping things up for this video, just a few quick tips I think you should know about. If you get your gun to rank 4, you can then reset the specializations and change them. This is useful if you want to try a different setup with a specific weapon, because the performance, characteristics and stats can vary wildly depending on what you choose. And finally, my last tip would be to use the contextual squad ping as much as possible. 3D spotting, as we knew, has gone in this game and is instead replaced with a danger ping that your squad can see. On PC, press Q to use this, and on console it's the right bumper. When you press that button, it will bring up a 3D marker in-game that your squad can see. Use this to indicate your intent or point out danger. Another great way to use this is for your squad mates on the ground to tell you where targets are when you're in a plane. So communicate with them and get them to ping hostiles on the ground while you bomb that location from above. This can be super effective and will help you win the game. Teamwork makes a dream work. And that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed these tips for BF5. Let me know if you did by leaving a like and a comment below, and perhaps sharing this video with anyone who's new to the game. If you didn't like it, dislike it, not a problem. As always, thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe if you want to see more and hit that bell, and I'll see you in the next one.